Come in.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jeffrey Unkind with Salesforce.com.
Oh, hey, I'm Scott. Nice to meet you. I'm the Director of Operations here.
Good to meet you, good to meet you. So my friend Alex actually referred me to you.
Oh, yeah. How do you know Alex?
Oh yeah? Well, Alex and I actually graduated from Southern Methodist University together.
Oh, that's really cool. So you're kind of local then.
I'm from Dallas.
That's good. And you grew up in this area?
Yep, born and raised.
That's cool.
So yeah, so before we get started, I just wanted to hand you my business card. It has all my contact information and whatnot. Do we still have about 8 to 10 minutes to discuss today? Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay, well, I wanted to get to know more about the company overall and how y'all are utilizing your sales process right now using the CRM system. Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so first off, can I ask, what current responsibilities do you have right now as the Director of Operations?
I take care of everything that goes on in this building. All the day-to-day events. I make sure that for example, our meetings, I make sure that those are on time, that my sales reps are here, that the number of calls coming in are spread out evenly, so we don't have anyone overwhelmed. And we also have some managers here that also take care of other departments, but I kind of oversee everything.
Oh wow, so you have a lot of responsibilities for everybody. So I heard from what Alex has told me, y'all have been growing rapidly. So I just wanted to ask, how many people do you currently manage?
In this building, I would say about 100 to 120, give or take. And they serve about a fourth of our 250,000 policyholders that we serve across 30 countries.
Oh wow, so that's a lot of people. So you have a lot of people above and below within the company. So can I ask, how do you all manage the current data you have?
Well, we currently use a CRM system. We've been using it for a while now. It's called Sugar CRM, and it basically keeps all our customer profiles up to date.
Up to date. So you said that Sugar CRM provides that for y'all. So how long have y'all actually been working with them?
As long as I can remember, I've been here for 7 or 8 years. So they had it pretty well integrated at that time. So I would say maybe 10 years, 11 years.
So with y'all having that for 10 years, would you say it's a little outdated?
Yeah, a little bit. At first, we were getting updates really frequently, maybe every couple months. But now, it's been almost a year since our last update.
Oh, really?
And so we're having some frequent bugs, especially with integration into Windows 10, which is our new. Well, we recently moved from Macs to Windows, so we had to get rid of all our Sugar CRM software CDs because it's that old, and because those were the Mac software CDs, and we had to get the Windows ones sent out.
So how are you currently managing the flow of productivity and communication within your team?
We have a first come first serve ticket system, but things do pile up. Some of our customers don't get their questions answered until maybe even 24 hours later.
Oh wow. So I can see that those processes could be getting redundant and inefficient in a way with the lack of communication there. So would you say that your team is on track to meet the organization's goals within the next year?
I think we're a little bit short of our projection, but typically towards the end of the year, we start raising our traffic. So I would say we're on target, right on target.
Okay. So referring back to that CRM system and the lack of communication y'all are experiencing, have you experienced or observed any problems yourself with it?
Yeah, I actually had I got a letter from the other regional center a little bit north of us. They sent me a letter about a customer whose problem hadn't been resolved for over 2 weeks, and he had been calling every 3 or 4 days. So
Oh, no.
he actually went and called the other center, and they had to create a new profile since Sugar CRM it isn't congruent over multiple centers. So they sent the letter over, and it takes a couple days, and I finally heard about the issue when it landed on my desk.
Oh no, so that is pretty time consuming. So do you see any room for improvement in the future?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. One thing I wish was that we could have, a cloud system or something to where all the customer profiles will be merged together when they call in, because every time customers call at this center, we take about 5 to 10 minutes looking up the customer and checking to see if he has been to he has called into a different center. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes before we can start asking them what their reason for calling in is.
Oh wow. So with these multiple CRM systems, how is this affecting the lower and upper management?
It's definitely creating a lot of chaos. There's a lot of miscommunication that happens.
Of course.
Not just between our sales reps and the management, but between management sectors. I'll get some issues brought up to me that have been solved by other regional centers like months before. So like we kind of get updates or like new software like on a different timeline, and that's because Sugar CRM isn't getting us up to date.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So could you give me a more specific example of how inefficient communication has been a major concern for your team?
Yeah. Since we have kind of multiple layers of management, we're not really kind of close to our sales reps. Like we're not in sync. It kind of takes some time before they reach before the concerns reach the upper management. So change does take a long time, and it's almost always been that way here.
Always, wow. Oh. Well, I would for sure like to know if you were to have better efficiency and communication within your company, do you feel like it could benefit y'all in the long run?
Definitely in the long run, and I'm also sure in the short run. I think that if we were able to update to something better, faster, more efficient, and definitely less outdated, we could definitely surpass our annual goal. And this year we're already projected to reach about 42 billion in consolidated revenue.
42. Wow. Okay.
And so I hope that we can even go to 45.
Okay.
And that's a big jump.
That is a big jump. Okay. Well, based on these challenges and issues we've discussed today, I believe that Salesforce.com could definitely achieve your company's organizational goals. So I would definitely love to set up a follow-up meeting because I for sure believe that we could enhance that experience for you. So I have a couple meeting times available. Would Friday at 2 work next week or Thursday at 1:30?
Next week, 1 second. Yeah, next week works perfectly. Friday next week.
Friday next week at 1 o'clock? Perfect.
I'm free that whole afternoon.
Well, I'll be sure to shoot you an email and send you an invite, but thank you so much for taking the time for meeting with me. It was great seeing you.
It was nice meeting you too.